Hey, welcome back. My name is James Johnson, and my expertise lies in retirement and estate planning. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is about average returns versus actual returns. And I'm going to show you why most prospectuses that you've ever looked at have a lie as far as what the average rate of return is. So here's my question for you. Think about this. If I was going to give you a guaranteed average rate of return of 4%, of 25% over the next 4 years, would you want to do business with me? And the answer is, of course I'd do business with you, Jim. I'd be a fool not to. So let's start off over here with $100,000. Now, whether you like my $100,000 or not, subtract some zeros, add some zeros. We're simply following concepts here. We're not going to get wrapped up in interest rates and different investment amounts and who's got what. We're just going to talk about concepts and how they work. So let's say that in the very first year, we made 100%. Our investment now would be worth $200,000. And in the second year, we lost 50%. Now, some of you are out there saying, this guy's being ridiculous. I'm just trying to show you the facts, all right? And after I do this, I'm going to show you the actual numbers over the market. But follow me here now. So the second one is we make 100% on our third year. And then on our fourth year, we lose 50%. Now, if you take, this is, by the way, exactly the way they do your prospectus. So if you take 100% plus 100%, that's 200%. You subtract 50 and subtract 50, you end up with 100. You divide by 4, and your average was 25% over that 4-year period of time. Yet, you started with 100 and you ended with 100, and this is not showing any kind of fees or anything that went on inside of there. This is just showing you what the actual rate of return was. So, do you want average or do you want actual? Which one is more important to you? Now, if we go out here and we'll use the S&P total return, and I'm going to show you something about the lost decade. And the lost decade was the year 2000 through the year 2010. They call it the lost decade because, as you can see, the actual return over that period of time, we'll exclude the dividends here, the actual return over that period of time was 0.41%. Now, the reported return over that period of time was 2.47%, but the actual was 0.41. So if you had invested $1 on January 1st of 2000 and taken it all the way out to the end of 2010, you'd have had $1.05. And that was if there were no fees, no taxes, nothing along those lines. And we all know there are fees hidden inside of there. Well, what happened during here? Well, what happened during here is that we had right here, we had 9.1% negative, 11.89 negative, 22 negative, 28% gain, 10% gain, 4, 15, 5, 26, and 15. Those are some fantastic gains. But these negative numbers were the numbers that knocked us out of the game. Let's go back to here so we can get that blue off the screen. So we go back in here, set that back up one more time. Go back in here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at over that period of time of 2022. We'll exclude the dividends. And you can see that during that period of time, our actual rate of return over here was 6.26, and with the dividends, it was 4.26%. So let's compare that to a different concept. So let's go back here to 2010. And let's put a floor of 0, meaning that when the market went down, we made 0. And let's put a cap of 14, because at the time, cap rates were running at 14%. So over that period of time, where in being in the S&P, we actually made 0.41%. By doing what we call indexing, we got 6.19%. Now, please don't make the mistake of thinking that indexing is buying an index fund. Indexing is where we're actually participating with an insurance company and we're getting some of the gains of the market and not participating in the losses. And that's based on cap spreads and participation rates. But here's the thing. If you want to know more about that, go out and watch our videos on indexing and how that actually works. Now, if we took that same period of time and we ran it up here to 2022, you can see that over that period of time, my actual return with the limited is 7.39. So as you can see here, you started with $1, you ended up 405, I ended up with 516. So I don't know which one you prefer to do, but for me, I believe that avoiding the losses is always more important than picking the winners. Now, the reason why I believe that, by the way, is if you go back over here, you can see that we had 3 down years. Then we had an incredible 28% up, a 15 up, a 26 up, a 15, a 16, a 32, a 13, 11, a 21, a 31, an 18, a 28. We had some incredible ups during that period of time. But it only took 1 down to wipe out everything that we had in gains. So the choice is always yours. You get to make the choice as to which way you want to invest your money. But please be clear on the fact that following or chasing average rates of return are not nearly as important as getting actual rates of return. And be sure to factor in taxes and fees, etc. Remember to live like you're going to die tomorrow and plan like you're going to live forever. Always feel free to reach out to us, to have a no obligation appointment to sit down and show you what does your retirement look like, are you going to make it, and is there a better way? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Keep smiling, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Oh, by the way, leave some comments in the bottom down here about what you think about average versus actual rates of return. Make it a great day.